Right now, the entire NBA offseason is caught in complete limbo. The Clippers can't move on, the Raptors are stuck waiting, and Kawhi's legacy is facing its biggest threat yet. Unless you live under a rock or live in Wisconsin, which is the exact same thing. You've probably heard about the Kawhi Leonard aspiration scandal. Now, as someone that lives in Toronto, this is absolutely heartbreaking. How could the Clippers do this? But hear me out. To understand why this trade's completely frozen, we have to look at how the LA Clippers allegedly broke the ultimate NBA rule: salary cap intervention. If Adam Silver catches you, your entire franchise is cooked. You could lose 5 first-round picks. This whole thing blew up thanks to a massive investigation by journalist Pablo Torre. He discovered a trail connecting the Clippers' really rich owner, Steve Ballmer, to a green fintech company called Aspiration. Now, this didn't seem too legit at the time, but when we found out that Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, personally invested $50 million into the company, it started to all seem real. But here's the absolute kicker. According to whistleblower documents, it was a no-show job, which means Kawhi literally had to do nothing. No commercials, no tweets, no appearances, just pure cash flowing directly into his pockets. Now, the Clippers actually claim they are innocent here and that they were the victims. Why? Because Aspiration's co-founder, Joe Sandberg, was just sentenced to 14 years in federal prison with Diddy for running a massive fraud. The Clippers' defense is basically, hey, we got scammed by a criminal. We didn't funnel any money to anyone. But Adam Silver and the NBA aren't buying it. They hired one of the most ruthless, high-powered corporate law firms in New York to audit the Clippers' private emails, texts, and bank statements. Now, when the Clippers accepted the trade to send Kawhi to the Raptors, they added a clause later on which ultimately said the team that gets Kawhi would assume the risk of any penalty that he is given if found guilty. So that means the Raptors are getting scammed. If the NBA's investigators prove cap circumvention, the league could literally void Kawhi's contract entirely or suspend him for a full year. Bobby Webster's a genius, but he's not stupid. He refused to ship out Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and 4 total draft picks for a superstar who might legally be banned from stepping onto the court. So they pulled the brakes. Now, if we want to look at the best case scenario for both teams, let's start with the Raptors. The Raptors could end up with Kawhi for absolute free. If this contract gets voided and the deal is called off, they could keep Grady Dick, keep Brandon Ingram, and potentially move them in a different deal, but they would get Kawhi. He stated he wants to retire there and sign an extension there, which the Raptors would happily give him. Now, the best case scenario for the Clippers is that they are not found guilty and this trade goes through. As much as Kawhi was a big part of their franchise, they have a nice direction right now. They just drafted Keaton Wagler with the 5th overall pick. Their team's looking really good. They're young. They have a lot of picks in the future. I think the worst thing for the Clippers right now would be to be found guilty and lose all those picks. They would be stuck in a limbo for at least 5 years. Now, if we're talking about a realistic outcome to this, I believe the trade will still go through. The Clippers will not be found guilty. They already sentenced the guy to jail. So if Adam Silver wants this to blow over, he'll just say that they already got their guy, they already sentenced him, and they can move on now. But I'm pretty sure that everyone in the NBA wants to see this deal happen. Even if you're a Clippers fan or Raptors fan, everyone just wants this to go through. And Adam Silver's always had a good eye for listening to the fans. So I'm sure he'll make this go through. Now let me hear your take on this situation. Do you think Kawhi will get voided? Do you think he'll be on the Raptors? Do you think he'll play for the Shanghai Sharks? Let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, have an amazing day. Case closed.